I'm need to poo. Oh, I'm need to poo. Oh, and take a lot away tonight. And take a lot away tonight. Oh, I need to poo. Oh, I'm see poo. Oh, and take a lot away tonight. And take a lot away tonight. Hey.
You know what this Chris Brown saga is teaching us, and I love the lesson behind it. There is no human being or collective beings that can cancel any human being. There is no human being that think they can stand on a tower and cancel people. God uses all sorts of people. He uses broken people. He used murderers. He used unscrupulous debt collectors. He anoints whoever he wants to anoint. Whoever he wants to anoint, he anoints them. And Sanalwam, unfortunately, God's anointing goes beyond all protocol. It goes beyond all human understanding and comprehension. It's very unwise to think as people we can go around canceling people, writing people off. We do not have the authority to do that. We have not been given the authority to do that. I'm not excusing what he did. Well, South African women did it. They excused him. They've been cancelling any Tom, Dick, and Harry. In South Africa, you push a woman, you would get cancelled. The same woman went and bought tickets for 3,000 Rand and 6,000 Rand to go see him at a concert. It shows you, Sana, like, only God can cancel. There is no human being that can cancel you, and it gives me so much confidence going through life, that whatever persecution that I'll go through, whatever false opinions that I will go through, the Lord will always vindicate me. He's the only one that can cancel me. He's the only one that has the final say over my life. And I know that he will never cancel me. God does not cancel people. He does not cancel people. So who are we to think we can cancel people? It's a lesson. I mean, it's a sour one, but it's a lesson.
Despite some people protesting, saying that Chris Brown should not be headlining this stadium in South Africa, the show still went on and apparently sold out. 90,000 people. So according to the Shade Room, they said Chris Brown put on a historic performance during his sold-out show in Johannesburg last night. He performed in front of 90,000 plus people at the FNB Stadium, which is the largest stadium in South Africa and one of the biggest stadiums in the world. And word on the street, it's the biggest stadium in Africa. And apparently it's 2 sold-out shows in South Africa. That's a lot of people buying tickets to see Chris Brown. But this is a big deal because a lot of people have said that Chris Brown is canceled. However, Chris Brown has continued to go on tour and have success. But some might say he shouldn't. And apparently South Africa was like, no, we want Chris Brown to come here. We also have to keep in mind, Chris Brown was just on a world tour the entire summer with everyone else touring. He was also selling out shows around the country.
CB! Diamond! That's all I can say. CB! Diamond! CB, when you walk around, don't even say nothing to him. Just look at him and say, Diamond! Hey, I heard him a couple years ago. They say, look, ain't nobody gonna kiss Beyonce. Ain't nobody gonna kiss Beyonce. She's just too far ahead. Can't nobody catch him good. And guess what I've been saying all day? Hey, CB, I've been saying, Chris Brown did. Chris Brown did, yeah. Diamond. That's all I'm saying all day. You feel me? Listen, you built this, my boy. Yeah, brick by brick. Yeah, tell them, tap in or they gonna tap out. Listen, you watching a legend at work right now. You need to make sure you tap in right now because CB is a legend. Chris Brown is a legend. We gonna be talking about him forever. You feel me? CB, don't forget to tell him, boy. Diamond. Hey, what they say? It's about 114.5 million? Come on, man. Yeah. Man, y'all just talking, man. CB. Diamond.
As Americans, we don't deserve Chris Brown. We don't deserve his greatness. We don't deserve his talents. We don't deserve him. And as African Americans, we should be the first ones to celebrate him. As a nation, we canceled this man. We let the media destroy him. We let social media run him into the ground. We said some of the most horrible things about this guy. And still, he is the #1 artist in the world. And the world loves him. We don't deserve him.
So I attended Chris Brown's concert last night, and oh my goodness, guys, it was incredible. And I think it was really a masterclass on showmanship, on customer experience, and really a big lesson in how to run a world-class operation. Don't mind my nephew behind me who's busy walking around. Anyway, if you're a business owner or an entrepreneur, here are 6 things I think you could learn from Chris Brown in the execution of this show. Lesson number 1 for me was that seamless execution really equals to trust. And what you want as a business owner is trust. You see, from traffic management to security, everything ran smoothly. There was zero chaos. Crowd was managed really well. And for that huge crowd, you would expect some chaos, right? You expect logistical nightmares, but there was nothing. It was really, really smooth, and it was beautiful. And the lesson for me here was consistency builds trust. And if you say you will do something, then do it every time. Do it every time. And when customers know that they can rely on you and they can count on you, they'll always keep coming back and back and back and back again. And then if you keep your word, you will earn the respect that you want. And lesson 2 for me was that when you deliver value that's unmatched, that's when you really, really win. So you have to deliver value that's unmatched. Chris wasn't just singing, guys. I wish I could put it into words. He was flying through the crowds, zip lining, dancing like his life depended on it. And while singing live, not lip syncing, singing live and dancing and doing all of those theatrics, the energy 1,000%, the production flawless. He made it clear that you didn't just buy a ticket, you came here and invested in an experience, and that's what he gave, an experience. And the lesson here for me was, when you deliver massive value to your customers, you're uncancelable. You know, people really value what you give to them, and they don't really listen to the noise. So if you give out what's good, then people would like that value, and they'll come and show up for you and support your business. And lesson 3 for me was that customer service and customer experience, guys, is the real game changer. Like I said, 90,000+ people, zero chaos, smooth traffic, everything that was great. And the lesson for me again here is that if your product isn't just when you sell it, it's how you make people feel. You invest in a full experience before, during, and after the show as a consumer, right? So when customers feel cared for, then they'll remember it, and that's critical. And number 4 was that authenticity is key, and it wins every time. Nakanjan, authenticity wins. Chris didn't phone in, guys. He connected. It didn't just phone in, he connected, from bringing South African talent to come on the stage and open up for him, to incorporating cultural touches from South Africa, from dance moves to the music. Even during breaks, we're playing some of South Africa's greatest songs on that stage, and the crowd ate it up like nothing else. And the lesson here for me was really know your audience and connect with them, and do it so authentically. You could see that Chris Brown really loves South African culture, and he connected authentically. It takes the time to learn the dance moves, to learn the words, to learn amapiano and the vibe, and really works for him, right? And then lesson number 5 for me was that nostalgia is a superpower. Breezy took me back to when I was still in early years in high school, from years like 2005 with big bangers, 2007, 2011, big bangers. And when those were playing, people went mad. because you connect to something from the past, and all of us like some fun things and big hits from the past, and that was really amazing. So the lesson here for an entrepreneur is that you should always find a way to connect to something that feels nostalgic to your audience, for them to really buy into you and love what you're doing. And lesson number 6 for me was just cancel the noise. Cancel the noise. Focus on the people who matter, because despite the noise around him, Chris Brown filled up that stadium and didn't care. We went in there, he danced for us, he showed up. He didn't treat us like these little Africans. He showed up even when there was noise and people trying to cancel him. And the lesson here is that I think your critics aren't your customers. Not that I think, I know. Your critics aren't your customers. So stop chasing approval from people who aren't even going to buy from you, and people who are not investing in your success. Focus on delivering value to the people who matter, and those are your customers. So I hope you liked it, and if you went to Chris Brown, I hope you enjoyed the show as much as I did. Happy Sunday.
Chris Brown. I am in bed thinking to myself, I owe you money. I owe you more money. What I paid, honestly, what I paid for your concert is not enough. My brother, I owe you more money. You gave us everything. Your heart was on that stage at FNB Stadium in Johannesburg, South Africa. I cannot even begin to explain or express or like put everything into words how I felt from start to finish. Big concerts, my goodness, everything was perfect, from the park and ride, from getting alcohol, from like access into the stadium, to security, to leaving the stadium, to getting into our park and ride. Everything was amazing. Thank you. And I said this before, and I'll say it again. American artists take us Africans, and especially South Africans, for granted. What Chris Brown did, he really did something special for us, because American artists are sleeping on South Africa and are sleeping on Africa. We are here. Put us on your world tour. Put South Africa, put Africa on your world tour. We will come and we're going to have fun. Oh my gosh. Honestly, the best thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Chris Brown. I've said this so many times, and I think I'll keep saying this, but thank you. I feel like I owe you. I owe you so much more. Like, I didn't pay enough for this concert.
So guys, I just got back from Chris Brown's concert. Of course, I traveled to South Africa just for the concert, and I have a flight in a few hours. I'm leaving South Africa today, and although I am so exhausted, guys, I've never in my life been to such an amazing concert. I feel like the last time I felt like this was when I attended the Olympics, and it was so real. And I just feel like if you ever have a chance to experience something as beautiful as what we did, don't miss that chance, because I almost did. And for some reason, I just kept finding rather than excuses, I started, focusing on why I can be here. Because there's nothing really much that was stopping me. It was just like a few hiccups here and there. But I refused to not attend this concert. And it was the most beautiful concert ever. Like, he was so organized. I cannot imagine the amount of training and preparation that he put into this. This guy was on fire. He was on fire like never before. Like, and this is someone that performed yesterday and also spent an evening clubbing, right? And then performed today, and it was magical. He was on fire. He was performing back to back for hours. And another thing I noticed, guys, the media might have lied to us. Chris Brown is fresh, you guys. Like, this guy is beautiful. Yo, the smile, the skin. I mean, this guy must be bathing in milk or something, because there's no way. There's just no way he's that fresh. Like, his pictures do not do justice to how he literally looks in person. Anyhow, I will be posting content like back to back, strictly on just the Chris Brown concert. The reason being, I don't really use TikTok, and I just don't like posting on TikTok for some reason. But oh my goodness, TikTok deserves to see what Chris Brown actually did out there. And yeah, I actually chose the front zone standing ticket, and it was the best decision ever. Like, we're so close to the stage, right? And we could like see everything and capture every moment, and it was just beautiful. Guys, it was worth it. It was so worth it.
And I just want y'all to know Chris Brown been like that. He been like that. This ain't nothing new. All right, what you seeing now, this ain't nothing that just started. He been like that. My favorite Chris Brown song was a long time ago. That song when he was like, everybody sees it's you, but I'm the one that lost of you. And everybody says we're through. I hope you haven't said it too. So where do we go from here with all this fear in no eyes? And where can love take us now? We've been so far down. We can still touch the sky if we crawl till we can walk again. And we'll run until we're strong enough to jump, and we'll fly until there is no wind. So let's crawl, crawl, crawl back to love. I get emotional just thinking about it. That's doing hard, oh God.
So I think the Breezy Bowl was a good success. Like, it was brilliant. I think he gave one of the best performances on African soil. I didn't go to the concert. I'm not a concert person, but I saw videos, and I know people who've went, even family members that went. But to those that tried to stop the concert, eat your heart out. What he did, who has got nothing to do with us. We went there for the music, you know. I'm just saying we, because people went and they had fun. And I want to thank Chris Brown for a beautiful performance, even though I saw it on screen. A beautiful performance. It was worth it. Those that paid and went and enjoyed it, you got your money's worth. He didn't half-ass that concert. It was proper.
So guys, don't fail to hit the subscription button. Make sure you subscribe, share, and like this video, especially if you're in the team Breezy, okay, like me. I really want to thank Chris Brown, nothing more I should say than to thank him for ever accepting, for ever not allowing what people say about him to get into his head, to weigh him down from achieving his dream, from putting smile on people's faces. I must say this was the greatest of shows or performance ever held in African soil. Chris Brown really brought a whole lot of fire, like a whole lot of happiness, joy to the faces, to the hearts of so many fans in Africa. So for people that really kind of counsel him, people that have been judging this young man, I think you guys need to have a break. Please have a break. You cannot stop him. We in Africa, we love him, and there's nothing anybody can do about it other than to appreciate these great talents. Chris Brown is a collective of talents
in one person. So why don't we just appreciate and overlook the past and give him his flowers? He is a legend. He is a legend, I must tell you guys. Chris Brown is a legend, and he deserves every respect, just like the Beyonce, like the Jay-Z, like every other person in the industry. This guy knows exactly, knows the business, he knows what entertainment is all about. He knows how to capture the hearts of his audience, his fans, and he does that 100+%.